Welcome to Fluent by Story, your daily source for inspiring stories and English fluency training. Today's motivational fluency story is for anyone who feels stuck in their thoughts, who lies awake worrying, who doubts themselves at every step. If you've ever felt paralyzed by overthinking, this story is for you. So sit back, relax, and let the words guide you into a journey of clarity, confidence, and mental freedom. Let's begin. I used to live in my mind more than I lived in the real world. Every moment, every step I took, was followed by 100 thoughts, what-ifs, and fears of what might go wrong, and although I looked calm on the outside, my mind was a battlefield inside. Always noisy, always restless, always thinking about what I should have done, what I could have said, what might happen next, and this overthinking wasn't helping me grow. It was holding me hostage in my own head, and I knew it was time for a change. But I didn't know where to start until the day I missed a golden opportunity just because I kept thinking about whether I was good enough, prepared enough, or worthy enough to take it. And that moment broke something in me, broke the illusion that thinking more means being more in control, because in truth, the more I thought, the more I feared, and the more I feared, the less I acted, and I realized that overthinking is not a superpower. It's a silent killer of dreams, and so I began my journey, not outside, but within, trying to understand what triggers these endless thoughts and where they come from. And I discovered that much of my overthinking came from fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making the wrong move, and I had learned to believe that if I thought through every angle I could avoid pain, but the irony was that I was already in pain, paralyzed by the pressure of trying to be perfect in an imperfect world, and I had to learn to let go, not give up, but surrender. The need to control everything, to fix everything in my mind before living it in reality, and so I began practicing silence, not the absence of sound but the presence of stillness in my soul, and every morning I sat with my eyes closed, just breathing, noticing the chaos in my head without trying to fight it, and slowly, breath by breath, I learned that I was not my thoughts. I was the observer, and the more I observed without judging, the quieter they became, and I learned to act before. Overthinking killed the spark, to take small steps instead of waiting for the perfect plan, because perfection is the enemy of progress, and the best way to move forward is simply to move, even if it's messy, even if I stumble, even if I'm unsure, and in doing that, I learned to trust myself. Not my fears, not my doubts, not the imaginary disasters my mind created, but the deeper voice, the intuitive whisper that said, "You've got this," and I began changing my relationship with failure, no longer seeing it as a disaster, but as a direction, as feedback, as part of growth, and I understood that mistakes don't define me. How I respond to them does, and slowly my life changed, not because the world became easier, but because my mind became quieter, more focused, more anchored in the now, and I surrounded myself with people who lived courageously, who didn't get stuck in what if, but took action, and their energy pulled me forward, gave me strength, and I built habits that grounded me. Morning routines, journaling, exercise, mindfulness, all helped me stop spiraling into the future or the past and just live in the moment, because the present is all I ever really have. And now, whenever I feel that pull of overthinking, I stop and remind myself, it's okay not to have all the answers. It's okay to move with uncertainty, because clarity comes through action, not thought, and this mindset shift changed everything. My confidence grew, my anxiety dropped, and I began doing things I used to only dream about, and no, the thoughts didn't disappear completely, but they lost their power like shadows in the sunlight, and I began teaching others, helping friends stuck in the same loops I had lived in for years, and I watched them bloom too, and it made me realize that we're not alone in this. So many of us live in mental cages thinking more will save us, but it's not more thinking we need, it's more doing, more trusting, more breathing, more living. And so if you're struggling right now, feeling lost in thoughts, overwhelmed by options, or paralyzed by fear, just know that you don't have to fix everything right away. Just take one small step today, right now, and you'll begin to see that the mind is powerful, yes, but you are more powerful still, and with practice you can train your brain to work with you, not against you, and you can choose peace over panic, clarity over confusion, and action over anxiety, because the life you want is on the other side of overthinking, and the key is already in your hands. It's called awareness, it's called courage, and it's called trust. And now, as I live each day with more intention, I remind myself of one truth that changed everything. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to begin. And that's how I broke free, how I stopped being a prisoner of my own thoughts and started becoming the creator of my life, one brave moment at a time. Moral of the story: overthinking is the enemy of action. The more you think, the less you do. But when you start acting, even in small, imperfect ways, you take back control of your life. Trust yourself, live in the present, and let go of the fear of what if. Because freedom begins not when the thoughts stop, but when they no longer control you. Thank you for watching this motivational fluency story on Fluent by Story. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Overthinking is just a habit, and like any habit, it can be unlearned. Speak these words aloud, shadow the sentences, and let this story be your reminder that peace, progress, and purpose are possible, starting now.